My general idea was to dunk on everybody.
You did pretty damn good with that one.
Right here on NB90s.
All right, welcome back to the show, everybody. Hope you all are having a good day so far. So, I don't know if this is going to be like a normal thing, but it's the end of the month, and I'm kind of getting some memories of the end of last month, and I kind of wanted to revisit some of that. So, we are going to kind of celebrate some old school stuff today. I'm going to do this for the morning video, and I'm going to do something cool and old school for the night video as well. We are continuing the journey of NBA 90s. So started this out at the end of last month. So that was, I believe it was on New Year's Eve, in fact. And we did volume 1. That covered 1990 and 1991. Today, we're going to react to volume 2, 1992, 1993. Possibly my most fond years of basketball that I remember. And I'm looking forward to revisiting this with you guys. So stay tuned later tonight for what's going on there. But for now, I am so excited about this. This is one of those things, like, I think I watched these a long time ago, but I don't remember if I did. I really don't. And I didn't remember anything in volume 1. And yeah, I'm just excited to do this. No news stories, no NBA controversies, just some good old 90s appreciation. Anyways, this is from the official NBA channel. I didn't think I was going to get away with posting this last time, but I did. So hopefully this goes well as well. NBA channel, please don't strike me down. But as I always do, I'm going to link the original video down below. So if you guys want to check out these NBA 90s videos, right there is the link. Everybody, please leave this video a like. It helps out a ton, and I appreciate you every time. All right, I'm going to kick back and enjoy this with you guys. Here we go.
Oh, snap. NBA TV presents NB90s.
Let's go.
It's the NBA.
Like he bought airspace. It went with the flow of Jordan.
Back in the day.
Don't ever underestimate
The heart of a champion. Yes, sir.
In the decade when the shorts got longer, the players soared higher.
Elevates and throws it down.
You can thank the shorts to Michael
And
Jordan.
the game went global. We've got all the players.
Oh, yeah, 92. We should be covering the
things
Olympics.
he was doing, like, man, we never seen this before.
And the looks.
By Detroit players.
The 90s were bad for clothes. We know this.
And rivalries that were off the hook.
Hey,
37 points in like...
Hey, the 90s, we had some color in our clothes. You know, everything is like gray now.
15 seconds.
So chill on out. We're keeping it really real.
My general idea was to dunk on everybody.
You did pretty damn good with that one.
Right here on NB90s.
Let's do it.
The coaching carousel was spinning prior to the start of the 92 season, and when it finally stopped, a real big star landed in New York City.
You see all the different hairstyles, and they're just like atrocious, and then you see the mob boss, Pat Riley, show up with the greased back hair.
Welcome to the Big Apple, Pat.
Oh, wow.
Obviously, when the Knicks signed Pat Riley as the coach, I was extremely fired up.
I think Pat was looking for more challenges. And New York is New York. In terms of basketball, it's the Mecca.
I'm excited about being with the Knicks and having the opportunity to build something significant.
I just realized something. He did this, right? He went from LA to New York. So did Phil Jackson. For different reasons, but still went through the same path. After Chicago, went to LA. After LA, went to New York. I wonder.
Just like
Best dressed man in
finesse,
sports.
The hair, the suit. Like, all right, this is gonna be fun.
You have Pat Riley coming into the fold.
They became legitimate.
He changed his style of coaching when he came to New York.
Pat Riley has great pride in defense. That is what he is going to stress to his team.
You really saw the no layup rule.
Yeah, let's be real. He knew he was in the East. He had to stop Jordan. There's no other way to win. You have to stop Jordan. So how do you stop Jordan? You try to do what the bad boy Pistons did.
Brought the bully ball to New York.
It was that bumping grind that toughness of Anthony Mason, Oakley, and John Starks.
We were physical. We wanted to keep hands on you. We wanted to keep bodies on you.
You can see the team start to say, we're good. I mean, we're just going to stay out here. And if you weren't hitting your jumper that day, you weren't going to beat the Knicks.
Yep.
Pat Riley was all about winning. Came to New York, marquee team, turned the team around immediately. That was like a great move for the league because it created more excitement in the East.
And he gave us a break from the Lakers.
But basketball took a back seat when the start of the '92 season brought a shocking announcement in Los Angeles.
Because of the HIV virus that I have attained, I will have to retire from the Lakers.
It was the most devastating thing that I've ever heard.
I cried like a little kid.
Me too.
He just took it right in stride. It was like he was not going to let him throw him off in his life journey.
The fans demanded an encore and voted Magic into the '92 All-Star Game.
And I've talked about it a couple times, but that one, yeah, I was crying that morning. I remember when I went downstairs, turned ESPN on, and saw what was going on. I didn't understand what HIV was. I didn't understand what AIDS was. I thought it was a death sentence. But one thing I can say, I remember how brave he was on stage talking about it and saying it's not over for him. He's going to fight. He's going to be okay. And that taught me a hell of a lesson as a kid of when you're dealing with some terrible, scary news. You know, what a man he was for making everybody else feel comfortable when deep down inside, he was probably more terrified than anybody else.
The all-time great put on a performance for the ages.
He's going for the MVP.
Yeah, this
Magic
is a great
makes
All-Star
his
game.
cameo in the All-Star game and lit it up.
Yeah, he did.
Three-pointer. Yes! Oh, my!
And he became like a poster child for HIV, that you could get through it. You could be positive. There was a chance. There was something else.
Maybe you'll see me back, maybe you won't, but I'll remember all of these good times this afternoon. I'd like to thank you for sharing this with me. Thank you.
So
There's
awesome.
no other way you can say it. He's magic.
He's magic. Yeah, it was. To come back and do that in an All-Star game the way he did, that's pure magic. You couldn't script it better. It was so beautiful.
'90s will magically reappear after this short break.
Love Magic, man.
The New Jersey Nets have looked with envy across the river at what the Garden has and what the Knicks have.
Chuck Daly always had an eye for fashion and liked what he saw coming together in the Meadowlands.
Fast break, New Jersey. Behind the back to goal.
Nice draws.
A camaraderie of guys that really just enjoy playing with each other, and that made it a lot of fun.
That team had a chance to be a real dangerous club in the playoffs. There were a lot of pieces with that club.
DC was definitely a beast.
At 6'10", dribble, shoot, pass, block, shots. He just can do so much.
Drazen Petrovic, sharpshooter indeed.
Whenever I would get double in the post, it's like, just kick it to me for three, DC.
Yeah, Coleman and
chasing him off screens.
Great duo.
He's nailing these 28-footers.
Drazen Petrovic. You gotta love this guy.
I think we all did.
Mr. Chibbs, Kenny Anderson.
Oh, yeah. Kenny
Left
Anderson.
Rack City in the building.
Kenny Anderson used to kill us when he was on the Nets.
What a sweep.
I really liked him when he was
For
with the
whatever
Nets.
reason, New York breeds great point guards who never play for the Knicks.
We had a great team, but the East was so tough.
There you guys heard it. During the Jordan era, the East was tough. It's not the same thing that happened afterwards, where it was the weak East.
The talent pool in the East was out of control.
Yep.
And a crafty Cavaliers point guard kept Cleveland rocking.
Mark Price. You just put him in a backyard on a barn and they put a basket up there, and that's the kind of guy he was.
One of the most underrated players ever.
Agreed.
You know what? He really didn't get all his due.
Under radar and publicity, but over radar when you had to leave him open at the top.
I hate to say it, but I think Steve Nash is falling into the same category as Mark Price. Like, time is quickly forgetting about his contributions to the game. And Mark Price was a monster out there.
Left. Price for three. Yes!
turn your back, you might get shot with a nice swish to the net.
Yeah, look at that pass. Look at that.
He could have been just like John Stockton, but I think that Cleveland team couldn't click. They couldn't get over the hump.
Nah, they couldn't run with the Bulls, but the Cavs did send Larry Bird and the Celtics packing.
Price again.
He should be more famous than he actually is. He should be better remembered because he was a phenomenal player.
100%.
You don't love Mark Price as a member of your team, then something's wrong with you.
I like that tribute to him.
When the Bulls went looking for a head coach, they didn't have to go far to find someone who brought a style all his own.
More
Look
philosophy.
At that stash.
Yeah.
The hair was looking good, but you gotta check the mustache. Nice bushy mustache. He's got a little mini fro.
Okay, that's
Looks
fair.
like his days as a member of the New York Knicks.
Look at that. Look at that. Oh, man, the 70s.
Under Red Holzman and crew, he was a genius with the mustache.
Just keep playing hard.
Phil can pull things off that other people can't. Remember, he's 6'10", has those wide shoulders.
He got the nickname coat hanger because of his wide, straight shoulders, which made him kind of look like a coat hanger was stuck in his shirt.
A look for Phil that might be okay or acceptable might not work on somebody that's 5'7".
I forget. How tall is Phil? I think, isn't he like high sixes?
It's so relaxed and so laid back.
Hold up. I gotta hear this right. My bad.
Work on somebody that's 5'7".
PJ is so relaxed and so laid back.
No one could take him out of his temperature. He coached at 40 degrees. You never saw him lose his cool. I called him the weatherman. He always stayed cool.
I'm slamming, we're all jamming, and check out this video.
Drexler, he's open, he's
What's up, Clyde?
Taking off from the free throw line, putting his heels up, dunking on you, and his finger roll was almost as nice as George Gervin. George Gervin is 100. Clyde is like a 99.
That's true.
Drexler
That's true. We don't talk about it
Didn't
enough.
touch anything but molecules.
All we do is compare him to Jordan, but they had very different games, actually.
Nature athletes, because not too many guys that just love to run.
Clyde, yes, sir.
Clyde, the Glide, very humble guy, but can fly.
Playing against him, you just said he's this evil, Clyde, strong. He's too big and too strong to be playing.
The only basketball player I know to wear a Vias and fly through the air like that.
Adidas?
Clyde had his hands full when he ran up against Michael in the '92 finals.
Uh-oh.
They did meet in the finals, and he didn't have a chance.
Pippen's back for Jordan again for three. Jordan for three, yes!
To be fair, it was a competitive series, but yeah, the Bulls won. Let's just put it that way. The Bulls won. They won well, but it's not like it was a blowout. It didn't happen that way. Portland put up a good fight.
Woo! Jordan was just on fire that whole series.
Here's Jordan for three, yes! Michael indicating
This might be prime Michael Jordan.
it's my game. I love it.
Oh, gosh, I can't.
And after seeing the analysis from Thinking Basketball's video, this is probably the best Chicago Bulls team ever right here. Right here in 1991-92. The actual whole team stepped up. It wasn't just Jordan. So this was the Bulls' peak, probably, statistically at least.
I can't believe I made that shot. You? That doesn't come out of your mouth. What comes out of your mouth, if somebody don't come over here, I'm going to shoot these all night.
Yep.
An NBA championship series record.
It's disrespectful to leave them open.
35 points in the half.
They was a running team, and Chicago was a team that could do everything, and I felt sorry for them.
The Bulls have repeated. Let the party begin.
Two of them.
Speaking of back-to-back, NB90s will be right back.
I love this show.
You are watching NB90s Volume 2.
Yes, sir. Floppy disk.
Shaquille O'Neal was a larger-than-life character, so it was only natural he would end up in the Magic Kingdom.
Shaq, please have an autograph, please.
Shaq was like, Shaq was what the NBA needed.
Shaq was absolutely what the 90s were about.
Somebody young, someone big, a statue of life, rapping. Shaq food.
Shaq food to return. The next smash CD.
And the
food
Shaq understood the nature of the game, and he understood the nature of media.
He kept it magic.
You guys remember seeing his shoes everywhere? Those big-ass Reeboks, and they'd have the full-size Shaquille O'Neal shoe and like a glass display at the stores. I'll never forget it. Shaq, dude, you know, I think it's some nostalgia for me, too, because I always talk about, like, Orlando Shaq being my favorite Shaq. And I always mention that it's because, like, he was in better shape. He had better dribbling skills at that time and, you know, all those things. I also think part of it was the culture. He represented 90s basketball culture so well. In fact, he kind of defined it.
Smile going, but more importantly, he turned every press conference into some type of award show acceptance speech. He never allowed nobody to throw him and make it more serious than it was.
Yeah.
He's ready. And before he ever stepped on an NBA court, Shaq's big break came on Inside Stuff.
I said I want to do a story on him, and I want to play him one-on-one.
Oh, yeah.
You know, just to see what he has.
This is so good.
Mr. Rashad here to see Mr. O'Neal, Shaquille O'Neal.
I'm gonna show you what it's gonna be like in the NBA. You ready? Look at Ahmad Rashad all yoked up.
Yeah.
Ahmad got that XL tank top on. He's got that, you know, that Jackson 5 haircut, too.
Yeah, he does. That's a perfect flat top.
Is that one? Is it make it take it? Is it make it take it? Come on out here, big fella.
So we go out, we play.
I love Ahmad.
We play. And I make a shot. And I start talking a little crazy about the shot, you know?
But Ahmad was antagonizing him. If you look at the tape, Ahmad was antagonizing this dude.
Yeah, Ahmad was talking smack, and this is what I did to him. In case you haven't seen it, I'll roll it back right there.
Well, give me your best. Let me see your best.
Oh! See, I always thought that was scripted. It turns out that wasn't supposed to happen. That was not supposed to happen. Glass got all over his face, man.
Dang.
Yeah, well, a lot of people felt that was staged, and I'm going to go back again, and I want you to see how I landed. Check this out.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's so dangerous.
As you can see, I landed on my neck and my back.
My neck and my back. My neck and my back.
Who stages that?
Yeah, no.
Is that all you got?
And because of that line, I thought it was staged, but they cut the section where they were checking on him, make sure he was okay. So, yeah, they're probably picking glass out of his skin for like an hour after that.
As a new legend was making his debut, Larry Legend was gracefully exiting the stage.
Yes, I'm going to miss playing for the Boston Celtics.
And we miss you too.
Because I was very proud to play for the Boston Celtics.
Absolutely remember that night.
That's Larry's retirement night.
Magic
Yeah,
Johnson.
this is so cool, guys. We'll never see something like this again. We never will.
Only right. Those two were attached at the hip.
I thought Charles Barkley and MJ might do something like this. I always hoped they would, but it didn't happen.
To have Magic revealed shirt, I thought that was the classiest touch.
You only told me one lie in your career. Larry Bird said that there would be another Larry Bird one day. And Larry?
Yep, no way.
There will never, ever, ever be another Larry Bird.
Magic and Larry had sort of had that come together moment where they realized how important they were to each other.
And you know how healthy this was for the NBA? The fact that these two were the hugest rivals their whole career, and at the end, they're like the best of friends. Like, it's such a cool, powerful message between these two. If you watch their whole careers and or at least followed it, like to end it like this, basketball wise, was so cool, so cool. Because the battles are over. There's nothing left but respect between the two.
And I had a better opponent, a better man that he battled against to send him off.
Tonight, my basketball career is officially over, and I had a blast.
Yeah. Larry.
In 1989, Charlotte first saw their new team.
Grandmama.
But by 93, they were seeing something else.
You also started to see this new generation of player start to come out.
Larry Johnson, man, he should be a small forward, but his muscles made him a power forward.
That team was no joke. You got Larry Johnson, Alonzo Mourning, and Muggsy Bogues. You got Del Curry out there, too. I mean, an expansion team, forget about it. Like, these guys were contenders pretty much right off the bat, like Orlando was.
I think the 90s was that transition from you're a post, you're a shooting guard, you're a two guard, you're a three. Now you don't know. What are you? The guy could do anything and everything.
He was one of the best athletes that we've ever seen.
Yeah.
Just a stud, man.
The muscles, Barkley.
No pain, no gain.
Until he hurt that back, he was
Gotta work on the guns right here.
absolute monster.
The antics after a dunk.
He probably hurt his back by all those yelling.
Larry was fly, man. I think he had the gold tooth.
Yeah.
Oh, he did.
First go tooth in the NBA. The gold tooth, the part in the middle of his head.
He always had the crispy cut, very low, Caesar-like, maybe about a 2 on the clipper.
I mean, he was definitely a character, but a great character.
LJ was on a roll when he was cast in the most unlikely of roles. Grandmama.
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 Grandmama 6'5", 250, man. It's a big grandmama.
That is a big
There's
grandma.
not too many guys that feel comfortable putting on a dress and that wig in the first place.
Yeah, guys, before there was Uncle Drew, there was Grandmama.
When he became Grandmama, then he was bigger than basketball.
There's a new granny in town. Grandmama.
And then put Charlotte on the map.
Yep.
To Johnson at the buzzer. It'll count.
They had a really exciting team. They had Muggsy Bogues, my main man. They had Larry Johnson. They had Alonzo Mourning.
Small, medium, large.
Another formation of the trifecta.
Ultimate fan person in
See, this is how I like teams being constructed. Yeah, Lynn is a small, medium, large thing, you know? We got one dude who's manning the point. We got one guy, you know, that's everything in between, and we got one guy managing the block. Like, that's a solid trio. And they were homegrown too.
Large.
Another formation of the trifecta.
Ultimate fan person in Muggsy Bogues.
Go, Muggsy!
I gotta go for it.
I love
You had the
Muggsy, man.
creativity and the intensity of Larry Johnson, and in the focus, bring your hat every night of Lonzo Mourning.
Let's be real. Muggsy's got to be the most annoying NBA Jam player to go up against. Dude will steal everything. Everything.
Over Ewing.
Man, Charlotte was on fire.
This is for the win and the series.
Yep, Alonzo clutch too.
That's the year they beat Boston, and they went to the second round. They had trouble because they met the Knicks, and I was on that team. So
My boy Oak shut it down, but we'll pick it up on the other
What
side.
is that sound? Oh, it's like a spray paint sound.
My boy Oak shut it down.
Yeah.
But we'll pick it
Okay.
up on the other side.
I was getting confused.
Hey, yo, welcome back. NB90s Volume 2 is in effect. In the conference finals, the Knicks looked at ease running with the Bulls and served up a stark new reality for the champs.
Bulls have all they can handle here by the New York Knicks.
X-Man was vicious, man. That dunk by Starks reminds me a little bit of that dunk by KJ, where he dunked on Hakeem Olajuwon's head. Not as impressive as KJ's because there was no contestation, but still cool.
It was as exciting.
Oh yeah,
of
no, never
play
mind. He did that over Grant, so it's pretty impressive.
that you will ever see. Here's a guy that was bagging groceries. Here's a guy that for his entire career they told him he couldn't do it.
Yep.
Good dunk, John Starks. And we used to always argue about this picture right here.
And that's why when we talk about how the game's not so relatable anymore, this is why. We had a dude like this, bagging groceries, you know? Like, just a normal dude. He needed this job. You know what I mean? He got this opportunity. He's got a good opportunity to make money playing basketball. He is fighting for this job. We need more stuff like this. You know, people who actually care about competing and winning and getting a new contract. because that's pure hunger right there. Look at what he's willing to do. Like, I think he's like 6 foot.
It's the dunk on Jordan.
But
if you really
not
see
a dunk on Jordan.
It really wasn't on Jordan.
He didn't get dunked on. He didn't even dunk on.
No.
Like, yes, he did. It just so happened Horace Grant got the worst of it.
Even if he didn't dunk over Jordan, it looks like it. It was close enough. And it was
New York fans, did you guys consider this a dunk on Jordan? Because, I mean, I'm not with you on that one, but let me know. Let me know in the comments. Do you think that's a dunk on Jordan? Because Jordan was like, I mean, look, you could see it. He's nowhere near this.
Yeah,
that was a dunk on Horace Grant, which is already impressive.
And you, Jordan. I mean, it was a great moment. And,
What'd he say?
Even if he didn't dunk over Jordan, it looks like it. It was close enough. And it was like, yeah, we Jordaned you, Jordan. I mean, it was a great moment, but again, it went nowhere. It went nowhere.
When they went to Chicago, Michael went off, and the series was tied.
Oh, is this a 7 game?
You about to make me cry again?
He made all of us cry, man. MJ broke all of our hearts. Good swipe. Good block.
Pump fakes, pump fakes, pump fakes, pump fakes, pump fakes, pump fakes. Shoot the damn ball! Dunk it!
Yeah, there's not much you can do. That was Jordan and Pippen both locking the hell out of him. Like, what are you going to do?
I want to cry right now.
Here, you're going to cry? Let's watch it one more time. Because that's some solid defense.
Pump fakes, pump
And Horace
fakes,
Grant
pump
starts and ends it, too. So I got to give him credit. He started the contestation, then boom, swipe by MJ.
Pump fakes,
Can't
pump
believe he
fakes.
got the ball back.
Pump fake. Shoot the damn ball!
And then blocked by Pippen.
Dunk it!
It's crazy. I want to cry right now.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I know how you feel.
I cried after that Charles Smith play. It's game 5 in the Garden. You win that game, and I'd like to think that you're on your way to the finals. You finally beat Jordan. It just doesn't happen. You win the first 2 in a row, and then you lose 4 games in a row.
Chicago going on to the NBA Finals.
We had a lot of highs, but even more lows. Those Knicks Bulls series, they were crushers.
They were epic. Those are some of the best
In
basketball games ever.
Philadelphia, Charles Barkley apparently had his fill of losing.
You want to stay with this team? I just want to win, man. I just want to win.
Charles going to Philly to Phoenix, he was going to get a title.
Now he's in the perfect position. He's got teammates around him.
And he was in such better shape at that point. Within like 3 years or so, by the time he left Phoenix, man, he gained probably like 60 pounds. Chuck was ready to play, though.
Is that
Year
Thunder
1.
Dan? Thunder Dan.
Thunder Dan.
Thunder.
And here in Phoenix, all right, in Arizona, Thunder Dan was such a big deal that when McDonald's, I'm so old, when McDonald's first introduced the spicy McChicken, here in Arizona, it was called the Thunder Dan Deluxe. I didn't hear the term, because we didn't have internet or anything back then. I didn't hear the term spicy McChicken until like 2000, right around there, like maybe 98, 2000. Because for us, it was called the Thunder Dan Deluxe. So it'd be like 2 for $1 at McDonald's. And we'd be at the drive-thru like, yeah, give me 4 Thunder Dan Deluxes. It's not a joke. I swear to God, this is real. But yeah, spicy McChickens, huh? To me, it's always the Thunder Dan Deluxe. Marley even has still to this day, has a couple restaurants out here, like bar and grills.
A shooter, took it to the basket. He could do it all.
He's the first guy I ever saw modeling without a T-shirt.
Oh, yeah.
Just doing it. Thunder Dan. He got the lightning strikes behind him. Kaboosh, kaboosh. Thunder Dan.
Thunder Dan.
They also had Kevin Johnson. And Kevin Johnson was one of the great point guards in the league at that time.
Yeah, like we don't talk about Mark Price enough. We don't talk about KJ enough.
If you mess around and let that little dude down there in the paint,
boom,
he would dunk on you, and he didn't care who you were.
Ride that
This
pony.
is a huge effort by Kevin Johnson.
I love how I was just talking about this, and now I get to see it.
This was gorgeous. Kevin Johnson, the mayor of Sacramento, dunked on Hakeem Olajuwon.
insane that he did that.
He just tilted his body like, and almost cuffed. Oh God!
You'll be seeing that on your local newscast. Kevin Johnson.
I mean, that was just.
Yeah. It's all about that offhand. He pushed him away with it.
One of the best.
But he also took a hit to the face. But yeah, this arm, he used that to push Hakeem off brilliantly, and in return he got a forearm to the face. And man, I still to this day can't believe KJ pulled this off on Hakeem Olajuwon.
Ever lived, just like, oh God, like Olajuwon should have considered retirement after that.
Nah, he had some rings
Surrounded
to
with
win.
talent in the Valley of the Sun, Sir Charles was in charge.
Charles Barkley was something else. He would get the ball on the fast break and just be gone.
Here comes Sir Charles. Whammo.
Let me put it this way. We all know Jordan was the best in the league that year. Charles Barkley was the hungriest in the league that year. And I'm not talking about food. I mean, nobody wanted it more than Charles. Every game of the entire season, all the way to the end where they lost to the Bulls in the finals, nobody wanted it more than him. But it still was not enough to beat Jordan. It just wasn't.
Dunk and swing on the rim from all the momentum.
Monster.
Rebound with 7-footers. Push the basketball like a guard.
He get 20 rebound games like nothing that year.
As a player, he's the MVP. Undoubtedly one of those guys, top 3, top 5, every year in the era when basketball was at its best.
Yeah, and he deserved that MVP because he turned us into an instant contender. And guess what? He did what he said he was going to do. We didn't win it, but he brought us there year one.
Barkley would be named MVP in '93 with a personality that was as big as his game.
Yep.
What can you say about Charles? I mean, he's the guy that does no wrong. He's like, Charles can say what he want, do what he want, and people love him. Hey, Charles.
It's still the case.
Charles Barkley, just so much fun. Happy. The joyous celebration of life.
Wait a minute. What's going on here? Some fan ran out on the court, and Barkley's getting some scooches.
And the great thing about Charles is that he always had fun doing it.
Yeah, he did. And still does, even as a media member. He's always having fun.
Barkley was at the peak of his powers and played like he was on a mission.
Barkley, 20-footer, yes, with 1.8 seconds.
I love that play.
Barkley.
Nothing personal. I don't mean to brag, but can't no one person top me.
Barkley scores! Superstars come to play
Damn.
in a big game.
By the way, how many times I don't see this move? Like, hold up.
Personal. I don't mean to brag.
The way he's
Ain't
about
no
to
one
split the defense here is brilliant, actually.
person top me.
It's so simple that it's brilliant. How do you get by these two? You dribble behind them. You split them and dribble behind them. Boom. They never saw that coming. And a third one, he had to get through a third one on the way to the rim.
That was the time that they realized they really had a chance to win a championship.
Yeah, we really did. Anyone but Jordan would have done it.
10 seconds to go in the shot clock. 15 in the ball game. Michael will take it. He's fouled.
If Jordan was injured, we
Michael
would have done
Jordan shot
it.
the ball 43 times.
Charles, played well.
He gonna be icing his elbow too.
And they took the Bulls down to 6 games. I remember Charles telling me that God told him that they were going to win.
God want us to win the world championship.
I don't know if I go that far, Charles.
Oh, no, I talked to him the other night.
I'm sure that never happened.
That's hilarious.
Chicago's game to win or lose it, but 14.1 seconds up. Suns lead by 2. They're going to put the ball in Michael Jordan's hand.
Yeah.
You got Michael. You keep him out of the middle. They want Michael to get a full head of steam. Try to keep him in the middle of the floor.
The Bulls kept bringing people. Some people bring a rabbit out of the hat. They kept bringing people out, and this time it was John Paxson.
Paxson going for the win. Here's Paxson for 3.
It's a brilliant play. Such a brilliant play.
And I don't think people...
And that would make that must have made Tex so happy because 4 out of 5 players touched the ball like within a couple of seconds. That's just perfect basketball execution.
Realize what Paxson meant to that championship game. Paxson actually put them over the hump in that particular game.
The Chicago Bulls have 3 straight NBA championships.
So
Final series was one of the best playoff series I've ever remembered watching.
This is the Bulls' third in a row. They are now the Trip Bulls.
As the Bulls make it 3 in a row, it's time for me to go. For NB90s, I'm Fab Five Freddy, and I'm going to catch you on the rebound.
I am going to catch you on the next one, man. That was so fun. That's so fun. Oh, man. It's like an injection of pure joy for me. Man, how you guys feel about this? You want to do another one next month? I'm thinking about this is my idea. At the end of every month, do one of these. Like the last day of the month, if I can remember it. That's my game plan. Let me know what you guys think, because I would like to do it. So, anyways, do you guys have nearly as much fun as I did? Because this was so great. This was so great. I miss these players so much. I miss this era so much. And every time I do one of these, it's just an immediate reminder. Excuse me. This is where my heart is when it comes to basketball. My heart is right here in this era. And yeah, I can never get it back, but I could always revisit it with you guys. So hopefully you're enjoying revisiting these happier times with me. But anyways, I don't have anything specific to talk about here in the outro, so I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I got more nostalgic stuff coming later tonight for the After Dark. So hit the like button, leave a comment down below so we have a fun conversation about this, and then hit that bell if you want to be notified for tonight's drop. And everybody, thanks for sharing with me. Thanks for doing this with me. Thanks for watching with me. And thanks for having a conversation in the comments with me. Love this community. Love doing this. And honestly, if this is how I'm going to end each month, which is back-to-back Jordans on 23rd, back-to-back Kobe's on the 24th, and then some of this at the very tail end. It's almost like every month is, it's gonna feel like a kind of a holiday, like a holiday week. Anyways, I'm out. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tonight for the next one. Peace out.